What's good, y'all? I just want to let y'all know that my experience may be different from others, and it's the fact that I did do a lot of my military processing a year before I actually got out, so this did help me in the meantime, but that does not mean that what I can do in terms of the military process will be the same as yours due to the location you are stationed at and which branch and also your job that is in the service. So I hope you all enjoy this video and also just get some type of tips and tricks that you may have learned from me in the process of this vlog. So yeah, let's get started with this out processing vlog, y'all.
Flashback.
I decided to actually do the full course of TAPS, and this was the section about how to apply for your VA benefits and in terms of what you all need for that whole process, whether it's your disability claims, veteran loans, what are you going to use in terms of schooling, because you can have certain benefits that you are entitled to that are with job internships, job training, and job certifications as well. So I was getting all of my notes in regards of this process, and the instructor here, he was cracking me up because I was giving him all the questions and he had to answer super quick. I made sure that I was fully in tune within this whole process because I wanted to make sure that any questions were not going to be left unanswered. I will say this part of TAPS is pretty good to be more attentive on, because especially if you have certain disability claims that you want to get started on, this is the section you will need to pay attention to, because in this particular portion in TAPS, this was where I was more interested in, because I wanted to see how the veteran home loan process was going to be, and also the health care, how was that going to go since I wasn't going to have TRICARE anymore. This is another section that I did with TAPS, and she informed us on how to do a cover letter and a resume, and also how to translate a lot of our military accomplishments onto paper so that way it translates really well into the civilian world. She broke down how we were able to show our EPRs and other medal achievements that we can put down and our skills in the military as well.
End of flashback.
Woo! Good morning, y'all. I look really tired because I am. It's like super early. It's like it just began 9 o'clock, but I just woke up at like 8:30. So excuse me if I'm looking rough and I got this nasty pimple on my face. But today, well, actually, for the next couple of days, I'm going to be vlogging me out processing from the military. Security forces to be exact, and the branch Air Force. The reason why this camera angle looks very awkward is because I left my actual camera at the house, sitting there, waiting on me, just looking like, girl, you forgot something. But anyways, I just wanted to show you all the process of what I'm doing. So I have my out processing checklist here, and it's a lot of stuff that I need to do. Honestly, I actually did majority of the stuff last year. So I did my TAPS. I did the transition workshop, which is called TAPS, and it was pretty cool. I got to learn so many things that I could do when I become a veteran or just, you know, separated from the military, in terms of VA loan, how to manage your GI Bill or your post 9/11 bill for college. And I learned a lot of stuff that I really didn't think that I needed to know in terms of separating from the military. So that was a cool thing to do. And also learning how to do your resume right and having to figure out what you need to do to make your resume look good on the civilian side was icing on the cake for me. That's what I wanted to learn how to do was putting my job on paper. How do I make my job translate into what a civilian would read on my resumes? I'm at my squadron right now, and I'm going to get the paperwork for out processing at my squadron. So like I said before, I am a military police or security forces. That's my actual job title. Also, I gotta go to a few other places, so I will show y'all what I gotta do. So just watch me along throughout these days, because boy, do I have a story time for y'all about how long it took me to even get this checklist. But that's another vlog, and yeah, these next couple of days it's gonna be crazy, because y'all gonna think I'm running with my head chopped off, because that's kind of what I feel like right now. But enough of me talking, let's get started. I honestly forgot to record when I walked in my squadron, y'all, because I was ready to go. All right, y'all, I am back. So I have my squadron out process checklist. So I want to get this done at least a month before I final out, which is next month, November. I got a few things done, because you have to schedule an interview with the commander. I got that done. It's basically going to be scheduled next week. Turning in my gear, I'm going to do that while I'm rotted, because I still have to arm up until November 16th, since that's my last day in the military, because I still have an obligation to arm up until I get rotted. I'm glad I got that done, because I was going to clean my weapon and turn it in, but I just realized I had to wait till November 16th, since that's my departure date, to turn in my weapon. Other things that I have here will be completed, because I don't have any decks. I didn't take the WAPS testing because it was close to me separating, so I didn't do that, unfortunately. And then I am going to the FSS squadron, which is basically the area where I do my out processing through MPF, and just trying to figure out what else I need to do. And yeah, so let's keep this ball moving. Okay, y'all, so next is checking out from the library. So this is the base library. I go here all the time. I don't know if I'm able to keep my library card till I out process, but we'll see. So I was able to check off the library, and she said I was still able to keep my library card. I'm excited about that, because I love that library. It's so nice. Like, I wish I could do like a little quick tour in there, but I don't know, it's kind of awkward for me to give y'all a tour of the library, but I'll eventually do that in one of these other vlogs. But I gotta look on my out process list, because the lady at the library, she was super nice. I don't have to go to the dorms, because I out processed that like a long time ago. I can't go to flight med, because Flight Med is closed every Wednesday at 9:30 for unit training. So I'm going to go to the military base housing so I can sign off with them, even though I don't stay in base housing. So let's go do that. This is the office for military housing, and just like the rec lodging for like military hotels or like RV camps. And I got both signatures on my list. So now I am going to see if I can try to go to medical real quick, because sometimes medical is like, no, you gotta wait and all that stuff. And I'm going to see a lot of things on here. If not, I can just wait till like next week to get it started. But other than that, I'm going to see if I can schedule my final out processing with MPF, so that way they can put me on the list that I can put in my final out process date. So I'm at the place where I need to go look at TMO and start my final out through virtual. And excuse my hair, y'all. My hair looks a hot mess, but hopefully I get this done. And this area is where you go get your IDs and stuff like that. But hopefully I don't have to come over here more than one time, because this building is already confusing enough. Hey y'all, I am back. I just went through all the process that I can. So I already spoke with TMO. I got signed off with them, and then couldn't get anything else with my passport. I don't have a passport with them, so I couldn't get that signed off since the system was down on MPF, which I'm not surprised because it's always down. and I spoke with the guard for Air National Guard. Then I have to speak with, I'm assuming, the reserve, but I sent him an email on that, so I have to wait for that. Finance, I cannot stand finance, you guys, because the lady was super rude. Like, I asked her, like, hey, I just need help with whatever I need to do, because I just got my checklist yesterday in the afternoon, so I wasn't able to do anything yesterday. And she was just like, it's appointment only. And I'm just like, I just asked you what do I need to do, and I will accommodate to what I need to do. And she's like, make sure you wear your uniform. I'm like, okay, like, I'm pretty sure if it's an appointment only, I know that I'm supposed to be wearing my uniform. Obviously, I'm wearing civilian attire because I'm off. I just cannot stand when people are just simply rude like that. But anyways, I went to the vet clinic just now, and the vet clinic on base, even though I don't have any pets here, they signed me off 10 days before my final out. So that's pretty cool. I don't have to worry about doing anything with them. And I went to the educational center. Since I didn't use any TA, I'm good off that. I'm signed out with base education, so that was pretty good. Everything else that deals with medical, I can't really see them until 10 days prior my final out. That's the only thing that I'm able to do, since I'm almost like 30 days / 30 plus days before my final out with the military. That's pretty much it, because once I get signed off with the commander that I did an appointment with him and I spoke with him about my final out, he signs that off, and then I go into my leave web, and then he approves my leave web for my terminal leave, since I have more than 30 days on my leave web prior to my date of separation. That's a good thing, because I don't have to worry about waiting on him, since my appointment with him is next week. Other than that, medical, I can't really see them until next month, since it's still early. So even though I'm up to date with all of my medical appointments and my flu shots and any other shots that I need to get, it's basically the waiting game that I'm having. I am so glad that I'm showing you guys this process, because you guys are going to really see how low-key the military treats you. And I know that it's different from all other aspects of jobs and stuff like that, but it's just that finance, that lady with finance, I was already in a good mood, and her attitude was just the worst. And I'm just sitting here like, I've never had this type of attitude with any other squadron that was helping me while I was out processing today. It was just finance that just really got on my nerves, y'all. But anyways, today's a new day, as Kirk Franklin would say. And also, I already got signed off with TMO. I think I already told you guys that already. So basically, in the next couple of weeks or so, you guys will see me again. It'll be a couple of days. I'll probably have a different hairstyle by now, but this is basically it for me. So I'm really excited to out process, so you guys will get to see how quickly I get it done, because I want to get this done before November. So fingers crossed that I get everything done and no one complains that I'm doing anything wrong, because I want to get out and live my best life, because I'm tired of this base, and this base is probably tired of me. So I'll see you guys when I out process some more other things to check off my list.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Sorry for the loud noise, y'all, but I am turning in my gear, and a lot of the gear is like my vest. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping like all my stuff on the ground. Hold on, I'll show you guys. Excuse my trunk, y'all, but I got my vest here. It's like a women's vest that the LRS supply gave us, and I never wore it because my plates never fit, because I had a small vest. So I gotta turn this stuff in. This is like my gear bag, and then this is the actual women's vest that I'm going to turn in today.
Several days later.
All right, y'all, do not mind my hair, okay? I'm trying to get it done, but your girl has finally, oh my goodness, your girl is finally out with my squadron. Wait, hold on, let me make sure my address, hold on. Your girl is finally signed out on my squadron, you know what I'm saying? I got my copy, and that really just took like an hour to do. And then I got my out process checklist done. All I gotta do is go to my final out with MPF, and your girl is going to be officially out. Oh my goodness, y'all, it's been a long time coming. Oh my goodness, I'm so blessed right now because I thought I had to get some other stuff done, but it all worked out in the Lord's favor. And I was told that I am getting a new deck. In terms of that's like a new medal of some sort. I didn't even know that. I think it was just like for good conduct or something like that within the Air Force. So I will be getting my medal and my deck, I think probably either this week or right after Thanksgiving, since it's November, y'all. I'm really excited, and I am so glad that I have been documenting this actually for you all. So I will say this: make sure you make more than 3 copies of every single paperwork that you get, whether it's your orders, whether it's any other type of memorandums that you get from medical or MPF. Just make sure you have more than 3 copies, because you are going to be giving out so much paperwork to the point to where you're getting sick of it. Like, this folder right here is all of my paperwork. All of my paperwork. And it was just to out process, y'all. Not a PCS, just to out process out of the military. So I can only imagine how much paperwork I would need to have just for out processing to go to another base. Like, it's just crazy. I will see you guys tomorrow, because that's when I have my final out with the entire base. I just want to give y'all an update because your girl has been ripping and running for the past 2 weeks to get everything signed off and completed and dated.
3 hours later.
Whew, y'all. I actually got my camera this time. Can y'all see? Okay, yeah, y'all can see me. Whew, I'm out of breath because I just ran up these stairs, y'all. Had to get my camera real quick. Hold on, y'all. Let me prop y'all up real quick. So, your girl got presented an achievement medal. Look at that. This is so cool. So basically they let me prop y'all up. Oh my gosh. This is like driving me crazy right now. I don't even know if this goal's set up right. Nope. Hold on. I guess I just gotta hold on to y'all with this camera. Basically, this medal here. Can y'all see? Okay, is it focusing? Okay, it's focusing. So this is my achievement medal, and they just presented me with like they let it be known of like all of my accomplishments while I was in the Air Force, and also including my job when I was in security forces and with the visitor control center. So this is actually my first medal. I've been coined a lot, but this is pretty cool to actually have something to show, like on my last day with my squadron, that I get a cool medal. And I do have like the briefing on it that says it. I forgot what it's called, but it shows like a synopsis of like all of the things that I've done, anything with like certain events or like tours on base that happened with the bomb wing and with the mission support group. So that's pretty cool. Can't take the Florida out of me, can't take the military out of me. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I do my big final out with the base. So I'll see y'all again. So I just came back from my final out appointment, y'all, and it's a little bit dark in the living room, but that's okay. So I changed, y'all. I changed out of that uniform so quick. So this folder had all of my paperwork to give to my final out appointment, which was medical stuff and just basically like your career data brief sheet, your SGLI coverage, and the dd214 worksheet, because you guys gonna need that DD form 214 when you get out. I'm finally on terminal leave, and overall I'm so glad I don't have to do any of this paperwork. Like, if you guys could see how much paperwork is inside of this folder, this had like all of my checklists and all that good jazz. So this is really it. I'm finally out. I get to go on terminal leave. That got approved. So I had about almost 40 days of terminal leave. So your girl was stacking up in terms of terminal, because I was like, I might as well get it, because there was no point for me to sell it because I wasn't going to get that much money back anyway. So I just said, let's do it. Let's go ahead with the terminal leave and get paid. Like, come on now. I will say this though, make sure you get everything done on time, because that final appointment is way more important than anything else, because if you miss that appointment, it's going to delay so many things and so many plans that you probably have put out for yourself in the future in terms of moving, relocation, or just staying in the local area where you're stationed at. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I'm finally glad that I got the chance to actually do this vlog with y'all. So sorry if it seemed a little bit scattered, but in the meantime, I will do a sit down video of my overall experience in terms of what it was like being in the Air Force, and also what it was like for me being in security forces. So if you guys want that video, drop it in the comments down below, and that's pretty much it for this vlog. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know that sometimes I probably didn't even get the chance to break down everything for y'all, but that's pretty much it. Like, I'm finally done. I get this dd214 and I got my freedom. No, I'm just playing, but I will miss a lot of my coworkers. Not all of them, just some. And it's just been an overall cool experience to be close to people that you never would have thought that you would be close to, whether it's culturally, location wise, overseas wise. And it was a cool experience to have, and I'm so glad that these 4 years has finally come to an end, y'all. So I'll see you guys on the next video.
Said I'll be going